Namaste, bitches. Everything is ready, guys. Fake woke. Let's go.
I think it's crazy I'm the one who they labeled as controversial, and Cardi B is the role model for 12-year-old girls. There's rappers pushing
Straight out the gate, man. Going at Cardi B, which is a simple target. I mean, she, whatever. Like, I don't have anything to say about her that anybody doesn't already know. I don't like her music. I don't necessarily like her, but I just don't give a shit. Like, she can do whatever the fuck she wants, like just like everybody else. If that's what she wants to express, then let her express that. But I like how uh, how he points out that he's the one that's being labeled as controversial because he mentions certain topics, and she's just over sexualizing everything. Um, which to me, I mean, at this point, I no longer care about either of them in the sense of whatever they do. But yeah, most people are gonna be like, yeah, Tom, like you suck. Like everything you say is out of line. And then it's like, but afterwards they're gonna be blasting wet ass pussy in a car or whatever. So yeah. Anyway, let's keep going.
who they labeled as controversial, and Cardi B is the role model for 12-year-old girls. There's rappers pushing Xanax at the top of the billboard, but if I mention race in a song, I'm scared I'll get killed for it. It's backwards, it's getting exponentially dumb. It's more
That beat drop, that was fucking good. Yeah, so like I said, like he mentions race a lot. He talks a lot about race, and he points out the hypocrisy behind both sides. So, um, I mean, that's a subject that should be more important than whether Cardi B has a wet ass pussy or not. And it's just, I mean, I don't see this as controversial, but I do see that people tend to get really edgy with that stuff. So anyway, let's see what else he has to say.
race in a song, I'm scared I'll get killed for it. It's backwards, it's getting exponentially dumb. It's more difficult to get a job than purchase a gun. Eminem used to gay bash and murder his mom, and now he doesn't want fans if they voted for Trump.
Okay, man, I was gonna be like, yo, be careful what you're gonna say about M, man, because everybody is fucking dissing him out of nowhere. Well, it's not out of nowhere. It's not out of nowhere. It's the fucking race war. Like it keeps going, man. And what's funny is they attack somebody who's they I don't know. There's so many black artists, and not just artists, but like just I don't know, people from like the media and stuff. I saw this interview with that not an interview, like this whole conversation on I don't know what the fucking app was again, but with Royce to 5'9" and all that, and this Mouse guy. And obviously, Dave Mays is going to hate him. But I don't know who Mouse is. I have no idea who he is. But what he was saying, boy, that guy's so ignorant. It's insane. But yeah, like this whole thing, man, everybody's dissing M out of nowhere. And I get like people are doing it for clout. But the people who are just hating on him because he's white, and they try to pin it as something else, as in, no, he's not the best. And it's like, bro, you just hate it because he's white. That's the whole thing. But anyway, I was gonna be like, yo, is he gonna diss M as well? But no, he made a different point with the fact that like M used to gay bash, and not necessarily gay bash, but he did used to say the word faggot a lot. He keeps using it as far as I know. And like now, even he is like, he was all about this freedom of speech and freedom of expression, and now he's the one also saying that he doesn't want a fan if he's a Trump supporter, which, again, like I say, he points out the hypocrisy in every side. So, yeah, technically it's true. He did say that, so, yeah.
Used to gay bash and murder his mom, and now he doesn't want fans if they voted for Trump. We're ashamed to be American. You should probably love it, cause you have the right to hate it and not get stoned to death in public. As children we were
Again, he points out big facts right there. So lately it's seen as being like loving your country is seen as being Nazi or something like that. And I'm telling you this, like, because he's talking about the U.S. and I was aware that in the U.S. that type of situation is going on, but it's the same in Spain where I am right now. It's the exact same. Like people who see others that love their country and that love Spain and that love Spanish culture, dude, it's like, oh, you fucking Nazi, you fucking fascist, blah blah blah. It's like, bro, what? Like he didn't say he hated anybody. He was just expressing his love for his culture. But yeah, he points out something very important there, and it's like if you can be from a place that you can freely hate without getting fucking stoned to death or decapitated, yeah, you have more reasons to love it than to hate it. But anyway, God, yeah.
You should probably love it, cause you have the right to hate it and not get stoned to death in public. As children we were taught how to walk and talk, but the system wants adults to sit down and shut up. Can't.
Again, big facts. Now, this whole system, I'm really just going to touch on this real quick. The whole thing about the system, and that people like to blame on the Illuminati or the elite or like people who are in control, dude, there's no enemy, right? Like there's nothing that you have to protect yourself from, and there's nothing either that is really stopping you from doing anything. It's really just more our fears and the fact that we like to control stuff because we have this idea that things are supposed to be a certain way. And obviously when you categorize and you want to put things in a box, then you limit everything else. So by trying to be a part of what we call society, we are externalizing everything else, and therefore anything that's not like what your idea of society is supposed to be, then it's going to be something bad. And we just we don't even realize that we put ourselves in cages just by ourselves. That's all we do. Like that's the fucking human condition. It's the human ego loves security so much that to be secure, obviously everything has to be like, in this tight little spot and doesn't have to move. So yeah, if we I'm not even going to say as a race, but as a species, if we eliminate this judgment of what is supposed to be right and what is supposed to be wrong, man, things would just go so much better, man. Because, I mean, fuck, it's too long of a subject. I'm not going to get into it. I just wanted to point this out. But yeah, if you want to know more about that, go check out the rest of my content on my other channel or Instagram. I'll put the link down in the description. But he is speaking real facts in the sense that the system is something that we created, and it's fucking us. It's fucking us all. Like it doesn't matter black, white, Asian, whatever. Like everybody's getting fucked by the system somehow.
Cancel culture runs the world now, the planet went crazy. Label everything we say as homophobic or racist. If you're white, then you're privileged, guilty by association. All our childhood heroes got Me Too'd or they're rapists.
Again, that's just judgment. It's as soon as you see somebody's skin color, so they have to be that. Bro, can we fucking just chill out for a minute?
White, then you're privileged, guilty by association. All our childhood heroes got Me Too'd or they're rapists. They never freed the slaves. They realized that they don't need the chains. They gave us tiny screens. We think we free because we can't see the cage.
So I was talking about the cage before. Again, we created that cage for ourselves. Nobody else. That's the collective. It's the collective mindset, and that's what created the cage. It's not the Illuminati. It's not a fucking elite or whatever. Like, we put those people in power because we think we need them. We don't. Like, we're here to be free. But anyway.
They knew that race war would be the game they need to play. For people to big teams, they use the media to feed the flame. They so fake woke. Facts don't care about feelings. They know they won't tell me what to believe in. They so fake woke. Same old safe zones. They so fake woke. Facts don't care about your feelings.
Bro, that hook, oh my god, this is so fucking hard. I love it. Fucking love it. Oh my. I kind of want to run that back, but I won't do it because I don't want to make this video too long. But fucking hell, that's good. Jesus, we're at 1:13 and I've already been talking for 11 minutes. Fuck me.
Fake mode. Facts don't care about your feelings. I think it's crazy how these people screaming facts, but they fake woke. Hate their neighbor cause he wears a mask or he stays home. Has a daughter, but his favorite artist said he slays hoes. Picks her up from school, music slaps on the way home. Censorship's an issue cause they choose what they erase. There's a difference between hate speech and speech that you hate. I think Black Lives Matter.
Oh, he's gonna talk about Black Lives Matter. There's a difference between hate speech and speech that you hate. Again, facts. And that everything in there everything has to do with emotions, but that specifically, it's like if you hear something that either they tell you or that they say to somebody, and it sparks a certain emotion in you, it brings up a certain emotion in you, that's how you're going to judge it, depending on that emotion. Based on that emotion by itself, that's it. That's all you need to place a judgment on that, as if that came first and then your emotion, but actually your emotion comes first and it's 100% and absolutely exclusively yours. That's it, and you're the one who has to deal with that emotion, not something exterior or somebody else with what they have said. It is 100% you.
They choose what they erase. There's a difference between hate speech and speech that you hate. I think Black Lives Matter was the stupidest name when the system's screwing everyone exactly the same.
Boy, he's gonna get flamed for that. Oh shit. But I agree. I think it's a stupid name. It is a stupid fucking name. Like exactly like feminism. It's the stupidest fucking name, because if you're trying to reach equality, the last thing that you need is to separate things. So, I mean, how could I explain it even better than that? It's that simple. Like you cannot form unison, and you cannot bring people together by separating them. It's impossible. If you create a name with something exclusive, how the fuck do you want everybody to be a part of it? How the fuck does any feminist think that a man would want to be a feminist if that's the name that they pick? It's like immediately excluding men. It's ridiculous. It's dumb as hell. But anyway.
Black Lives Matter was the stupidest name when the system's screwing everyone exactly the same. I just want to spend...
And that's also true. The system is... I'm not going to say that it's screwing everybody exactly the same, because obviously it depends on you. But the system is screwing everybody, because we created that and it's screwing us. Like, think about how stupid that is. Everything that I said before, that's how stupid we are, to think that we can create something to categorize stuff and that it's not going to rob us of our freedom. Seriously? Come on, man.
Thanksgiving Day with food in my family, without being accused of celebrating native casualties. We got so divided, it's black and white and political. Republicans are bigots, libtards if you're liberal. There's riots in our streets.
Again, with the whole judgment thing, is as soon as somebody is from the left, he's a libtard, he said, I think. And as soon as somebody is from the right wing, he's a fucking, I don't know, a racist and a bigot. And it's like, bro, can we fucking reach some common ground? Like, if that's immediately your judgment, how the hell do you even want to have a conversation? It's impossible.
Food in my family, without being accused of celebrating native casualties. We got so divided, it's black and white and political. Republicans are bigots, libtards if you're liberal. There's riots in our streets and it's just getting worse. Y'all screaming deep on the police, y'all are genius for sure. They're underfunded already, they're way too busy to work. Order food and call the cops, see what reaches you first. Segregation ended, that's a line. It's
Order food and call the cops and see what reaches you first. Yeah. I mean, I don't know how it is in the US, but I think that's pretty much what it is everywhere, or at least everywhere that I've been. Man, it's such a huge topic that I don't even know where to start. So I'm gonna leave it at that. But he's right, man. Call the cops or order food and see what reaches you first. That's so self-explanatory in itself.
Order food and call the cops, see what reaches you first. Segregation ended, that's a lie in itself. That was a strategy to make us think they were trying to help.
Indeed, segregation never ended because it's what the human ego does. It always wants to separate stuff, as what I said before. So, dude, we're constantly separating everything and including ourselves from others. So how the fuck do you want segregation to end like that if we don't see, uh, if we don't come to unison through our own individuality? We'll never be able to be together. It's impossible because everybody's gonna try always I don't know, to pertain to a certain group, and as soon as you try to enter something which is exclusive to that, then you're separating yourself from everything else, and you want everybody to be in your group, and you can't let anybody else think otherwise. I mean, yeah.
Segregation ended, that's a lie in itself. That was a strategy to make us think they were trying to help. They knew that racism was hot if they designed it to sell. We buy up every single box and divide us ourselves.
See what he said. So yeah, if you're trying to divide things, and there's this famous quote, "Divide and conquer," which obviously works. Um, like yeah, if we're constantly separating ourselves again, then how the fuck could we possibly be in unison at some point? And again, yeah, if that's what we do, then obviously it's going to sell. Like racism sells because we constantly separate things and we constantly try to look for who's right and who's wrong, and we have our own opinions of what's right and what's wrong when those things are just concepts. They don't exist. Like to the universe, to life, when something happens, it's just a fact. It's not something right or wrong. There's no injustice. There's no nothing. It's just something that happened, and that's it. That's all it is. But we are always trying to look for, oh, that made me feel this way, so it's fucked up. And like to another person, it's not gonna spark the same emotion, and then you are gonna label them as something else because they don't think the same way you do, or they didn't feel the same way you did.
They so fake woke.
I love the
Facts don't care about feelings. They know they won't tell me what to believe in. They so fake woke. Same old safe zones. They so fake woke. Facts don't care about your feelings. We use violence to get peace and wonder why it isn't working. That's like sleeping with a football team to try and be a virgin.
What? Okay, I don't. It's like sleeping with the football team and try to be a virgin. I mean, yeah, it clearly points out the stupidity behind those movements, in which they try to reach something through violence. And violence is only going to instigate violence. So you just can't. You just can't. And he points out how stupid that is, as in it makes no sense to sleep with the whole football team and pretend to be a virgin. It's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Violence to get peace and wonder why it isn't working. That's like sleeping with a football team to try and be a virgin. Politicians are for sale and someone always makes the purchase, but you and I cannot afford it. Our democracy is worthless. If a man has mental illness, call him crazy, say it silently. When country's going crazy, we accept it as society. Get sick and take a pill. When the side effects get you high, you get addicted like these rappers dying fighting with sobriety. Censoring the facts turns our children into idiots. They claim it's for our safety. I'll tell you what it really is. Removing information that empowers all the citizens. The truth doesn't damage points of view that are legitimate.
I'm sorry, I kind of let it ride. I wanted to. Oh man, so many things I wanted to touch on, but I can't. This video's gonna be way too fucking long. I all I have to say is bravo, Tom. Like fucking A. That was awesome. And he's right into everything that he points out. I mean, again, I don't even know where to start. Oh man, this song's so good. Fucking hell. Um, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just gonna let it ride again.
The facts turns our children into idiots. They claim it's for our safety. I'll tell you what it really is. Removing information that empowers all the citizens. The truth doesn't damage points of view that are legit.
I will say that though. Obviously, like trying to remove something, some information about something. It doesn't matter if it's with your kid or somebody else. Somebody who you feel that is going to get their feelings hurt. You're just lying to them. Like, stop pretending that it's like, oh no, it's like to be nice and fuck you. You're lying to them. You're lying to them. That's all it is.
Take a pill when the side effects get you high.
The drugs, obviously, that's always going to be a big issue because they're always used to escape some sort of pain. And again, if you don't face those pains, they're never going to go away. Ever.
Get addicted like these rappers dying fighting with sobriety. Censoring the facts turns our children into idiots. They claim it's for our safety. I'll tell you what it really is. Removing information that empowers all the citizens. The truth doesn't damage points of view that are legitimate. They're trying to change amen to amen and women. How'd we let them make praying a microaggression?
Are they really trying to do that? Amen and women. Oh my god. I mean, dude, I'm the first one to kind of bash religion in general. Like, because so many things that they try to. I mean, it's affected the human race so much, and it's made us so fucking dumb and so fucking scared that, I have no kind of sentiment for religion whatsoever. But. Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, I was not aware of that. I did not know, but it doesn't surprise me at all. It doesn't surprise me at all. It was like that thing, bro, when I saw that video of, I think it was Justin Trudeau, right? When that reporter said something about human. Was it human? I can't remember the word. And he said, oh no, mankind, and he said we say people kind. Like, it's just trying to look for a problem where there isn't one, all because you feel some type of way. Bro, come on.
They're trying to change amen to amen and women. How'd we let them make praying a microaggression? Instead of asking God for the strength to keep winning, we cheat to get ahead and then we ask him for forgiveness. Feminism used to be the most righteous. How'd we let them...
He's going to talk about feminism. Yeah, so that thing about religion, as I was saying, like asking God for... See, that's where I can't... not only can't relate, but I can't be... I can't say that it's the truth, or I can't say that I agree. Because, again, if you're trying to ask God for strength to keep going, it's, again, you exteriorizing something and making somebody else responsible for whatever you can do. And that is going to make you dependent. It's going to make you a victim. See how that works? And that's kind of with everything.
Make praying a microaggression. Instead of asking God for the strength to keep winning, we cheat to get ahead and then we ask him for forgiveness. Feminism used to be the most righteous of fights, but these days it feels like they secretly hate guys. I don't trust anyone who bleeds for a week and don't die. I'm just kidding, but everything else that I said is right.
Oh man, I think the hook's coming again. Oh boy. So he's gonna get flamed for that Black Lives Matter line. And he's definitely going to get flamed for that. Even though it's a joke, like he just said it was a joke. And obviously it's a fucking joke. Like, I don't trust nobody that bleeds for 7 days and doesn't die. Come on, man, it's a fucking joke. But, oh, that was funny. But, yeah, as I said before, like if you're trying to reach something with violence, the only thing that you're going to reach is violence. And so feminism Like it seemed to have started like the most righteous of fights, but it was still a fight. As soon as you consider something a fight, the only thing you're going to get out of it is violence. And again, as soon as you try to exteriorize something, then you're always going to be fighting against that thing that you consider exterior to yourself. And feminism, man, I mean, it's violent from the start as soon as you try to exclude something. And again, naming it feminism is what makes it so, I'm gonna say, quote unquote, exclusive. Like what man would want to be a part of that? You know, a part of something where they're technically excluding him. And yeah, I mean that's the whole point, man. And I know, I mean, I've dealt with quite a few feminists in self healing sessions that I've done. So, and it's always the same. Like, it always stems from the same pain, and as soon as they realize it, it's like poof, it disappears. And a real woman or a real man is never going to consider himself a feminist or even consider himself anything. Anything. I mean, we're just humans. That's it. That's all we are. But yeah, dude, I'm gonna let that hook ride because it's so fucking good. And then fucking it's been half an hour already, man. I talk too much. Anyway, here we go.
Who bleeds for a week and don't die. I'm just kidding, but everything else that I said is right. They so fake woke. Facts don't care about feelings. They know they won't tell me what to believe in. They so fake woke. Same old, same zones. They so fake woke. Facts don't care about your feelings.
Shout out to Nova as well, man. I mean, shout out to the both of them. They're working their asses off. They're doing so much, and it seems, and that's really what matters, is that they're having so much fun with it, man. And I love to see it. It's the results are amazing. I mean, what else can I tell you, man? It's just fucking awesome. So I'm really happy for them that they found something that they both like to work on. And yeah, shout out to both of them. Shout out Tom Macdonald. Shout out Nova. Shout out to you guys. Thanks for watching. And man, what else can I say? We'll just see each other on the next one. Peace.